Hot news: Republicans push Trump immigration plan, seeking to corner Democrats on shutdown the NE. Washington. President Trump attacked Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Sunday for rejecting his proposal to end the partial government shutdown, as he and Republican leaders in Congress sought to put Democrats on defense, a place they have rarely been during the shutdown stalemate. In a series of morning tweets, Mr. Trump said Ms. Pelosi had behaved so irrationally in spurning his offer to restore the temporary protections he took away from some undocumented immigrants in exchange for $5.7 billion for a border wall. He also pushed back. Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, the majority leader, plans to bring up legislation as early as Tuesday that would wrap Mr. Trump's proposal into a broader package that would include billions of dollars in disaster relief and immediately reopen the government, an aide said. The move is intended. President Trump has put forward a serious and reasonable offer to reform parts of our broken immigration system and reopen government, Representative Kevin McCarthy, the Republican leader. The moment now turned, but there was little indication from Democrats, who have denounced Mr. Trump's plan as hostage-taking, that they would abandon that position. If he opens up the government, we'll discuss whatever he offers, but hostage-taking should not work, Senator Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader, told reporters in New York on Sunday, adding, "It's very hard to negotiate when a gun is held to your head." With the shutdown now in its fifth week, and 800,000 federal employees still furloughed or working without pay, pressure is rising on both Republicans and Democrats to end it. If it lasts until, as Republicans go on offense in the Senate, Democrats will stay on offense in the House, where they have already passed a string of government funding bills that Mr. McConnell, who has largely remained on the sidelines during the shutdown debate, has refused to take up. On Wednesday, the measures gained approval last year from Republicans on the House and Senate Appropriations Committees. In effect, amid the posturing, however, there were some hints that Mr. Trump's proposal, which he unveiled in a 13-minute White House address on Saturday, might open the door to talks that could result in a deal. Vice President Well, of course, Mr. Pence said, when the host, Chris Wallace, asked if he was open to negotiation. The legislative, and Senator Mark Warner of Virginia, a centrist Democrat, described Mr. Trump's plan as a starting point on NBC's Meet the Press, though he added, "You've got to start by reopening the government." The longer the federal government remains closed for business, more services are affected. Polls show the public largely blames Mr. Trump for the shutdown, and his advisors have been searching for an exit strategy. Last week, McConnell's view of shutdowns is when you're in one, it's a great opportunity for both sides to get things, said Scott Jennings, a Republican strategist and former McConnell aide who remains close to him. And what I think is, throughout his administration, Mr. Trump has sought to limit both legal and illegal immigration. Last year, in the plan he unveiled on Saturday, Mr. Trump offered to restore the DACA and TPS protections for 3 years. But Democrats, the McConnell aide, Don Stewart, said the Republican legislative package would include 7 appropriations bills that would fund government agencies that have been partially closed for a month. The legislation that the majority leader will bring to the floor this week would both reopen the remaining portions of the government, fund disaster relief, fund border security, and address immigration issues that both Republicans and Democrats would like to address all in one bill, Mr. Stewart said. Mr. McConnell would need votes from all Republicans and 7 Democrats for the package to pass. But only a handful. In broadening the package beyond Mr. Trump's plan, Mr. McConnell may be trying to pick up additional Democrats, especially those who are eager to vote for disaster relief. He's starting to move the pieces around to see what's going to fly and what's not going to make it, said Jim Manley, who was a top aide to Harry Reid, the former Democratic leader from Nevada. He's trying to but Mr. Trump seemed to be holding fast. He retweeted a series. Nancy Pelosi and some of the Democrats turned down my offer yesterday before I even got up to speak. They don't see crime. Mr. Trump went on. Nancy Pelosi has behaved so irrationally, has gone so far to the left that she has now officially become a radical Democrat. She is so and to his conservative critics, no, amnesty is not a part of my offer. It is a 3, Ms. Pelosi took to Twitter to strike back. At Real Donald Trump.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.